What is going on, everybody out there in YouTube land, out there in podcast land? What's going on, everybody? Welcome to a brand spanking new episode of Ready, Set, Action Commentaries. I am your host, Mike, and as for the second week in a row, I got my new co-host, Jeremy, here. What's going on, brother?
Hey, man. Glad to be here. Looking forward to The Empire Strikes Back. We are looking forward with the trilogy here, so...
Yes, as you guys see, we are back doing more Star Wars. We got The Empire Strikes Back, in my opinion, the best film of the original trilogy, of course. But I also wanted to go ahead and point this out. Whoops, sorry, I actually had the music a little bit too loud on that. But I am coming from, not from my normal location. I'm coming from you guys from a secret location in the Cascade Mountains, by the way. Everybody, all the gang here were like so concerned about me, and like because I hadn't posted for a couple days on social media, and all of a sudden I texted them and be like, I'm up here in the mountains. Are like, by the way, the conversations that ensued were unbelievable. Like everybody, like I'm assuming you guys actually thought I was gonna get drunk and like I don't know, like sleep with a bear or something like that. What was it?
Yeah, it was something along the lines of may not be appropriate for the casual listener here, but yeah,
I don't think so.
We definitely thought you might get lost up there in the mountains somewhere, and
yeah, they all thought I went insane and just like left for unknown parts, but no, I also had a really interesting little tidbit because after of course we get done with the Star Wars movies, we get back for the rest of the year. Me and Jeremy, we get to do our own picks for movies and everything, and I already got my first pick lined up, and I think, yeah, I already got my first two picks lined up, actually.
Okay. I'm slacking.
And they're actually space related. I want to go ahead and just say right now. So the first two picks that I have for us to do is Apollo 13 and First Man. Wanted to kind of keep this like space related, so it's very interesting.
Okay, yeah, it's been a while since Apollo 13. I know that you went to the movie theater.
I did go to the IMAX, and there was nobody there. That's the worst.
What do you know, man?
That was the worst part of it all, is that there was nobody there, because I thought that there were going to be people there so that way I could interview them and get their opinions on the film, but
yeah,
not a single freaking person was there, and I had the entire theater to myself.
Well, they were missing out, but
they really they really did miss out. And Galaxy Theaters here in Gig Harbor, shout out to them for everything, and also shout out to Galaxy Theaters for their margarita slushies. Holy God.
Was that the drink of choice?
That was a drink of choice for that movie. Right. Yeah, they actually sell alcohol at that theater, which is awesome.
I did see that. That's very interesting. You know, they don't have a whole lot of theaters here in Indiana that do that. So that's I would love to to have a nice cold alcoholic beverage. And
I'm serious. But speaking of drink of choice, what do we got tonight for you, Jeremy? What are we drinking tonight?
I'm just sticking with the basic H2O, man. I'm a water guy tonight. How about yourself?
Sticking with the basic H2O. All right. Just like last week, I got Celsius, but this time I went for the tropical vibe. Tropical vibe flavor.
That's not a bad flavor.
It's a fantastic flavor. By the way, Celsius, if you guys want to go ahead and sponsor the podcast, we will have we won't say no to the royalty checks. I promise you.
We will not complain about that. Not one bit. Not one bit. So if you're listening.
But Jeremy, I think our listeners have grown really sick and tired of just hearing us just like bullshit back and forth for now going on 5 minutes. I think it's time that we get into Empire Strikes Back. I mean, do you think it's time for us to get into this movie now?
I highly recommend that we go ahead and start this movie.
I think so too. Just because Jeremy is here saying he highly recommends it. So if you guys wanted to go ahead and watch The Empire Strikes Back with us, go ahead and pull it up on any streaming service that it is on. We, of course, are watching via Disney+. Also, if you wanted to pop in your DVD or Blu-ray, go ahead and do that. Pause it at 0 seconds. As soon as we say ready, set, action, go ahead and press play. So, Jeremy, my friend, Are you all ready?
I am ready, sir. Are you ready?
I am all set. With all of that being said, please, quiet on the set, please. Quiet on the set. Ready, set, action. Once again, 20th Century Fox, we're still waiting for our royalty checks.
They got to be in the mail at this point.
Oh my God, they really have to.
They got to be backdated or something. We should be getting those soon.
A long time ago, again, in a galaxy far, far away. I swear, again, like the Star Wars opening is, I think, in my opinion, in movie history, I think the Star Wars openings are just the most iconic of all time. Someone actually commented and said it was Apocalypse Now that was more iconic.
Oh, I don't know about that.
Episode 5, The Empire Strikes Back. It is a dark time for the rebellion. Although the Death Star has been destroyed, Imperial troops have driven the rebel forces from their hidden base and pursued them across the galaxy. Evading the dreaded Imperial Starfleet, a group of freedom fighters led by Luke Skywalker has established a new secret base on the remote ice world of Hoth. First of all, not a great place to stay for the summer. I'm just saying. The evil Lord Darth Vader is obsessed with finding young Skywalker, has dispatched thousands of remote probes into the far reaches of space.
It's a very interesting name for the place too. So just throwing that out there. Hoth.
Yeah.
Just wonder where it came from.
I'm actually kind of curious myself.
Just all the names you choose. You choose Hoth.
But all the scenes that were shot for the planet Hoth were filmed in Norway, shot in Fiennes, Norway. I think that's how you pronounce it.
It sounds right to me, but maybe if people know how to pronounce it, they can correct us. But yeah,
I mean,
mountain village there in Norway.
Mm-hmm. And I'm trying to look up the factoid about this because there was another fact and I cannot for the love of me find it. Ugh. But it had something to do with Leia. It had something to do with Carrie Fisher.
Oh, okay. Was it? It may not be related.
I think you might have. You might actually be on to. See, look at this. See, this is where Industrial Light and Magic actually really kind of stepped up their game, because this is set 3 years later after the events of A New Hope, and of course this is 1980, coming from 1977, and you think about this, like 3 years after the film, and ILM just absolutely stepped up their game in such a great way.
Yeah, you can definitely tell they've added some stuff for this sequel that you wouldn't have seen in the first one, just with the technology and everything, even 3 years after.
Mm-hmm. Now, I do know this, though. Darth Vader's reveal that he was Luke's father was actually kept a complete secret, that only Mark Hamill and George Lucas actually knew about it.
Oh, wow.
That one I knew about.
Well, that makes it a little bit more iconic. I mean, it already is, but I think that makes it a little bit more. Now this Yeti just comes out of nowhere.
I was gonna say, like, first of all, like, to the guy who is in the Yeti costume dragging Mark Hamill away, dude, you got some strength on you.
Yeah.
But one thing about that I actually loved, that you can, and I'm going to go ahead and say this right now. This is a comparison to films back then to films that shoot now when it comes to either cold or snow scenes. And when it comes to, first of all, hold on a sec. I love this interaction with Chewie and Han.
Oh yeah, this is a great interaction between the two. Hey man, don't lose your temper.
My opinion is, how did he learn Wookiee? Like,
Yeah,
I think that's one of the hardest languages in the Star Wars universe to learn. But yeah, so comparisons to film back then to films comparison now. When the films back then were shot, when it came to either the snow or cold, they were able to actually film in cold weather conditions. You got to see the actors and actresses' breath as they breathed in the cold air. Whereas a comparison as today, if you had a snow scene, they're just like, yeah, we're not going to film anywhere cold. We're going to use this fake snow crap and not even make it look like it's cold.
Right. And at that point, don't even look
genuine.
Too fake. Yeah, it looks just too fake.
This is what gets me about these two.
Yeah. So as soon as he walks in the room, she's just staring at him, right? Like she's just, and then like every time they zoom in on her, she's just staring at him the entire time.
I'm going to say it right now because I don't think a lot of people have said it. I think there's a ton of sexual tension between Han and Leia at this point. They don't even know it. There's definitely tension, but it also seems like there's some kind of sexual tension between them because
right, yeah.
Han is out here being a complete sarcastic asshole, whereas Leia is just snapping at him. See, right here.
Yeah.
Come on.
Then why are you following me?
I was gonna...
I can arrange.
Now, see, I don't think he meant that she could use a good kiss. I think what he meant to say was you could use a good slap in the face.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I agree with that.
That's such a great insult. Oh, switch off. So, so he had this discussion.
Even care. He just turns it off, man. He's just like, I'm done.
He means nobody knows where the fuck he is. That's one way to shut him up.
Yeah, I mean that's definitely one way.
Impossible, man. But no, what I was going to say was coming back to what we discussed in the previous film when we said, is it Falcon or Falcon?
Yeah.
Now in this one with C-3PO, I just heard he called Princess Leia Princess Leia. So is it Leia or is it Leia? And you talk with most Star Wars fans and it's always Leia.
Right?
I have not met a single person.
I don't think I've ever heard anybody say Leia.
I think it's more of the English pronunciation.
It very well could be. But yeah, I agree with you there. I've only heard it as Leia.
Now I do know that the snowstorm that Luke here walks in here in a little bit is an actual real snowstorm. But I think when they filmed it, it was about 20 or 50 feet away from the hotel in which the actors were staying in.
Yeah, I think I read that too, where they zoom in on him when he's out there, and I think they said that they filmed it from the hotel because it was,
I mean, smart move there. If you ask me.
It was only Hamill out there.
Now, I'm just saying, hanging there upside down for a long period of time, I mean, do you know how badly of a headache you would have?
Yeah, I mean, the blood is rushing straight to your head. You got to think.
In the words of Obi-Wan, use the Force, Luke.
And he just sits there for a minute and...
Mm-hmm.
Oh, he's using the Force here. Look at this.
So when he uses the Force, then the Yeti just gets up and realizes something's
Right?
going on.
Oh, something's matter here. I don't have control over the situation anymore.
This is what you get for...
Yeah, one swipe and the arm is off. Just, I'm out of here.
Like, this is what you get for knocking me out, asshole. Once again, another comparison that I make with this film to a lot of other films. Absolutely a fantastic shot right there. That's actually one of my favorite shots that they did in this film right there.
Yeah.
And I think what they did with that shot was they actually told Mark just to go out and run. And I think what they did was they actually filmed it from the roof of the hotel.
Yeah, they said that they filmed it from somewhere in the hotel, so that would make a lot of sense if it was the roof.
See, I have a problem with that line right there because, excuse me, he says that his joints are freezing up, but robots can't feel.
Right. So how does he know?
This would be such an... This is the comparison that you make to the sinking of the Titanic. This is just you freezing to death without you being in the Atlantic Ocean.
Yeah, and oh my gosh, like how is he not?
Oh.
And the fact that this is a real snowstorm, you got to think how cold it really is, and he just falls face first right into the snow. It's got to be so cold.
Now, one thing I do love about this film that they did, and they also did it in the first film, they did it in A New Hope, was with the Tauntauns, they actually used claymation. And that was always such a great way of using stop motion capture to put a character inside the film. And they did it with a lot of dinosaur movies back then. And I'm still a fan. I'm still a big fan of using stop motion capture because I feel like it's a very underrated form of not just video capture, but also just for filming itself.
Yeah, it's very underrated. You don't see it as much nowadays, obviously with all the CGI and stuff.
No.
And special effects, but every once in a while, if you do see it, I feel like it still kind of holds up. So it just really depends on how they do it too. So
he's not making this any easier. Like, shut the fuck up, 3PO.
This dude just says says whatever's on his mind. He don't care. He's just
see right there. I loved that shot right there that they did with Chewie right there. Like the way he was, the sadness that you hear in him.
Yeah.
Because Chewie, you don't really see like the relationship that Chewie and Han have, but Chewie loves Han to death.
Yeah.
As a friend.
So I was reading up a little bit on this scene here. Alec Guinness, the guy that plays him, right? He filmed this portion of his scene on the last day of shooting of this movie.
Oh wow!
And they said he only had to work 4.5 hours. And I just wanted to see how much he got paid for it. So because I'm just always interested in that kind of stuff, like 4.5 hours for just a scene like that.
That's incredible.
He got paid. Well, now it's worth millions, but 0.25% of the film's gross.
See, that's for 4.5 hours of work. If I got paid just like 2.5% of what the film made, and this film made a little over $400 million at the box office. Worldwide it grossed, and I love what it says here. It says it grossed between 538 to 549, and it's just like you can't even get a good reading on it. But I mean, think about this: 2.5% of $500 million. I mean, and for 4 hours of work, he made out like a bandit.
Yeah. Well, it's just like what I shared with everybody on the first movie, where he took the percentage of the movie, he banked on it to do well. And I
Yeah.
feel like this is another instance where he's just very smart.
I mean,
when it
Alex
comes to-
Guinness is a truly smart individual.
yeah, I mean, especially with money, apparently, how he gets
Not
paid
only
for it.
was he one of the greatest British actors of all time, because he has won. He's won Academy Awards, he's won Golden Globes, Tony Awards, all that good stuff. But he is a tremendous smart. He was a tremendously smart businessman.
It seems very well what that's the case, because he,
Oh yeah.
between the two movies, he's made out, like you said, like a bandit.
You know, I'm just thinking about the cockpits that what are these called? I'm trying to think about what these vehicles are called. I mastered the vehicles very smartly, but I cannot for the love of me remember them. But imagine if Porkins had to try to fit in here.
He wouldn't survive in this cold, man.
No. Well, actually, he would. No,
Maybe.
He wouldn't survive because they would cut him open like a tauntaun.
like that scene that we just watched. Yeah, it was literally, that's what they would do. Hey, man, are you freezing to death? Let me stuff you inside here. Warm you up.
But yeah, all of them are just like you're. Jeez.
Well, you know how low that pilot got.
Yeah, right.
Probably in the snow. He probably wouldn't even have made it. He probably wouldn't have ever found Han.
Oh man, I'm trying to think of this liquid right here.
It's definitely.
Hold on a second. I'm looking it up right now.
A different kind
back to liquid. It's called back to, and it's called back to liquid. And I think it's kind of interesting because I saw like an arc story about Anakin Skywalker of how he always bathed in bacta to try and regrow his lungs after they were completely ruined from when he got burned on Mustafar, and he was unable to do it.
I don't know where you get your delusions, laser brain.
See, even Chewie's just dogging him. Oh my god. Ooh, scruffy looking. Okay, even Chewie gave her the eyes.
So this scene.
Oh no! Yeah, this. Yep, incest alert. Ugh.
And look at his face. He's just like. He's on cloud nine.
Okay. Luke, don't look so proud. Your sister just French kissed you.
Yeah.
God damn it.
And it was like Han was like, "What just happened?" Excuse me. Did I just see that?
Then it couldn't be one of those creatures.
Could be a speeder, one of ours.
No.
I was gonna say it's not a speeder.
There's something very weak coming through.
Now I always love that transmitter sound because they use the same sound in Star Wars Fallen Order for those. Whenever you destroy them, because they always made that same transmitting sound.
I did not know that.
Oh, I love playing Jedi Fallen Order. That's one of my that and the second Fallen Order is just so much fun to play. By the way, I love what Chewie looks like right here with snow all over him.
He looks like a dog that just.
He really does.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say this. You could have really named it in a different way because an Imperial. Never mind. I'm not going there.
Yeah. No, I'm following what you're saying.
The Imperial March theme, also known as Darth Vader's theme song, absolutely one of John Williams' most incredible work that he did with the Star Wars. And once again, this is why I say that the soundtrack definitely is a big reason what goes. Man, that's a big ass ship.
Gosh, compared to everything else, dude, it's just
like them Super Star Destroyers are absolutely gigantic.
Like that ship that was coming in on that last visual,
and it just dwarfed it.
Yeah, I mean, when we saw it initially, it looked huge, and then it just made it look, like it was just swallowed whole.
First of all, I like this guy's mustache for some reason.
Hey, if you got a glorious mustache, you got to flaunt it. He just automatically knows.
I was going to say, also, is it just me, or does Darth Vader look like he actually polished his helmet?
It looks like, it looks like
it looks super clean.
And it's real nice and shiny.
Mm-hmm. First, okay, what was the
last stare? Like,
I was gonna say, what was with the stare down right there?
He's like, yeah, what he said, and just give him just the blank stare. Turn it off! Turn it off! Turn it! Golly.
I don't know why, but I just always love the fighter jumpsuits for the Rebel pilots. Okay, am I the only one who would love to just go to Disneyland and actually get a gigantic hug from Chewie?
No, I would totally. That'd be on my list to do. The things to do. But it makes me wonder how many people like go up to him and
exactly
that do that and then make his sound.
Well, I mean, nobody goes up to hug Kylo Ren at Disneyland, and that guy could really use a hug.
Tell me about it.
Well, one place that I really just would love to go to and spend, well, not just a gigantic amount of money on, but spend a whole week at Universal Studios just going to Harry Potter, the Harry Potter universe there.
Yeah,
because I've heard the experience is absolutely incredible.
My wife and I, we love Harry Potter, so that would definitely we would be right there too. It's on the list.
Got to get some butterbeer though.
You have to. Who are you if you don't? Are you not even a true Harry Potter fan?
And here's the thing: you have to get all three butterbeers. You have to get the frozen one, you have to get the non-alcoholic, and then you got to get the alcoholic one.
Yeah. Oh yeah, definitely. All three of them. You got to experience it, right? It's got to be an experience for you.
You have failed me for the last time. That is it just me, or did anybody else get goosebumps going up their spines when James Jay?
Well, and the fact that he's using the Force right here, and it's
through the video
kind of thing, and he just kills the guy.
I always loved it
for that to happen.
I loved it in a Robot Chicken where they were in a meeting and they say, we need to pretend to get choked out because Lord Vader thinks he can use magic to choke us out.
You got to try to fool him at that point.
All right, yeah, and then they just said, and then we put a fake mustache on him, and he's back as Greg or whatever.
Yeah, whatever his name is. Yeah.
I do love the gigantic sets that got built for this movie because the sets, gigantic as they are, it's so impressive.
Well, I was reading a little bit about some of the history of this one and how it was made, and I want to say that Lucas, I know he bankrolled whatever it was from Star Wars, the first one, and then used most of that, if not all. And then I think later on he had to do some reshoots and stuff. But like I think most of it was part of building the sets and locations and all that. So
Nice.
you can definitely kind of tell. $18 million was what I read was initially when
Oh,
he
holy
made this. So I did some calculation on that for anybody that's listening for inflation purposes. And that's roughly anywhere between 100 and something million. It's a little over 100
Unbelievable of how
million
things were.
dollars today.
Things were cheaper back then.
Um,
Also, you got to remember, like back in 1980, what gas was? I think gas was around like California was like 85 cents a gallon.
Actually, I misspoke, guys. It's not over 100 million. That would be a little over 30 million. 18 million today would be 70 million. So, take that however you want. Most movies you can't even make for 70 million these days.
I'm still wondering how they got those AT-ATs down to the planet.
I don't know, but it definitely you would have heard them, right? Like
Exactly,
they're pretty big.
Once again, for the AT-AT walkers, it was stop motion capture. It wasn't claymation, but it was just stop motion capture, and it's another brilliant example. See right here. I mean, look at this. This is another brilliant example of how not just the 70s, but the 80s movies were really into working with stop motion captures. And once again, just a highly underrated way to film a movie. And I remember when I did my video productions class for high school, I actually did a Lego stop motion, like 5-minute film. And think about this, people, okay? A 5-minute stop motion Lego film. It took about 4 weeks to make.
Oh man.
5 minutes, might I add.
I can only imagine for this movie how long it would have been.
It was such a pain in the ass.
Because they're doing that for multiple walkers here.
Mm-hmm. Now, one guy that I do love who was part of this movie that is going to make his appearance here very, very soon is Frank Oz, who is the voice of Yoda. And the voice that he used for Yoda is the same voice that he uses for Grover for Sesame Street.
I did not know that. I just now, when you said that.
Oh yeah,
now I'm thinking of Grover.
Yeah, when he talks, you're gonna be like, oh, there's Grover.
It's already planned in my head. I'm like, oh, now can't wait till Yoda shows up on the screen. I'm gonna be thinking about Grover.
I actually read up that there was an extra for the Rebel Alliance, and he, after these shots were filmed, he went to each extra who did not, because apparently all the extras were allowed to keep their guns that they used for this movie, and he went to all the extras, and I think it was about an extra 50 or 60 extras, and he asked them for their guns, and I think he was able to get 40 of them. He ended up selling them. I think it was back in, I think it was 2005. He sold all 30 guns for a whopping $3.8 million.
Oh, wow.
See, this is just the weirdest thing to do in a Star Wars battle is, instead of firing at it, let's trip it up.
Yeah. Well, and also, how strong is that cable, right?
Yeah.
They made it seem like it was impenetrable. Like this thing is just gonna not be able to get through it, and I don't know. See, look, they could have just done that.
Yeah, really. Oh, that's Wedge. Oh, okay. I didn't know that was Wedge Antilles. Jesus.
Launch patrol. Remaining ground staff.
What exactly? I've always been curious. What in God's name what happened to the Millennium Falcon that it got that damaged?
Right?
Jesus.
I mean, I guess at the end of the first one, right, he is helping out Luke to make that
Mhm.
1 in a million shot, but like how much of it did it get damaged in the process?
And I do know this, of course, in what was it? Was it the Force Awakens that was the? Was it the Force Awakens that was the 7th film? Or yeah, it was the Force Awakens that it was a 7th film. When they got the Millennium Falcon back, like one of the guns got knocked off, and it's just like, how did that even work?
Mm.
See, somebody explained to me how that guy got a bloody nose. What the?
Oh yeah, I just now noticed that. Oh well, it doesn't matter.
Well, yeah, I was just gonna say it doesn't matter now. Oh, and this is the only time that we ever see Luke Skywalker's ship go down because he got hit.
I just want to, when I first watched this, I just want to point this out. When he goes down in the ship, like any other person that would be in this movie went down like that, it would explode. Right?
Thank you for.
his miraculously like just gets damaged in the process, and he's able to get out no problem, except he's about to get stepped on.
But the only problem that I have with this is you left Hobby there. You left Hobby to get trampled. Like,
yeah,
what a team player.
What? Yeah, you left him who's already.
I get he's already dead, but it's just like, why would you leave him there?
Jeez,
bitch.
Like,
oh, by the way, look at. Did you see C-3PO's cousin just like hanging, like completely?
Yes, yeah, he's just dangling.
Also, can somebody explain why it's the woman who is taking the transmissions over there? I find that a little sexist at this point.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
I still remember. Yeah, like World War II right there.
Look at this. I just want to point this out. Like, look how small he is compared to this, and then he just somehow harpoons up in the middle of it. Like it's like they could have just done.
It was a precision shot. It was. Look at it this way. It was a shot that only a Jedi could make.
Yeah. But it's like, why didn't they do this from the beginning?
Also, I will say this. That had to be, what, a 20 to 25-foot drop? Do you understand that if you land on the snow, it's still going to hurt?
Yeah. And you're just miraculously okay after making the drop? Sure.
Yeah, like your knees don't hurt, your feet are not.
Yeah, you didn't break anything.
In tremendous. I was, yeah. Oh, by the way, remember when you said it would?
Did you see it? It was like a rock skipping on some water. It was like.
Oh.
So I found this funny. Like they're shooting at it, right? And then like remember like when the cable goes around and pulls it down, and then they're able to shoot at it. And it blows up. They're doing the exact same thing when they're just shooting at it directly. So how does it not blow up then?
Yeah.
You have to get it at the right angle?
You're not wrong. You're absolutely not wrong.
I just like they're trying to think of the thought process there with like, is it like a certain angle you got to hit those things at?
Real quickly, Han Solo said Falcon again. Or Harrison Ford said Falcon again.
Yeah. I love how they just leave... C-3PO just they're like we don't care that you're behind us.
Wait for me.
Yeah. Like right here.
Wait.
It's like you feel bad for him for a second.
I was gonna say you feel bad for him, but if you don't want to get left behind, then move your golden metal ass.
Right? Come on, you can move faster than that.
This is why this is why I keep saying that C-3PO is one of the most annoying characters in the Star Wars
I mean, he really
universe.
Is. He really is. Especially this scene where they're trying to escape.
Oh my god!
And he's got to keep up.
So, so this film was not nominated for many awards. Won 2 Academy Awards, 2 Grammy Awards.
Okay.
Which I'm glad that it actually won a Grammy.
Was it?
See right there. That's the solution to everything. Just fucking kick it it or punch it if it doesn't work.
Was one of those awards for the music or
the Grammy Award? First of all, great shot.
Yeah, just right away, just boom, got him.
He
didn't have a chance.
No, he really didn't. So I'm looking at the awards. So it was nominated for Best Music, lost to Fame.
Oh,
let's see.
All right.
Let's see. Yeah. So it won the Best Sound. So that's two Academy Awards that it was nominated. They won one. I'm looking at the other ones. Let's see. Special Achievement Award for Visual Effects it won. It was only Now think about this. Okay. The New Hope was up for how many did we say? I think it was 11 or 9. 9 awards.
I think you said 11.
Yeah, 11 of them.
They won 9. Was it 9 that they won?
Yes, no, 7. 7 out of 11.
7 out of 11.
This movie was only nominated for 3 Academy Awards. That I find very insulting, if you ask me, because I'm looking right now at the Best Picture Awards.
I was gonna say, look to see what movies came out around the same time as this.
Ordinary People won the Best Picture for the 53rd Academy Awards. Coal Miner's Daughter, The Elephant Man, Raging Bull, and Tess were among the nominations.
Okay.
Now Robert De Niro did win Best Actor in a Leading Role as Raging Bull. Or excuse me, in Raging Bull, sorry. But there's no Best Actress, no Best Actress for a Supporting Role, no Best Actor in a Supporting Role that was up for Empire Strikes Back. And I find that very insulting that A New Hope was up for 11 Academy Awards, but it won 7 of them. But then Empire Strikes Back only gets nominated for 3 Academy Awards, and this movie, hands down, is better than A New Hope.
I was gonna say I think this one's a lot better than the New Hope or A New Hope, and that is a little bit kind of insulting. Like those movies that you mentioned. And they're
good movies.
Yeah, they're good movies.
But I just don't think that they were better than this movie.
But this one doesn't get. That's wild.
It really is.
I mean, I would understand Raging Bull. I mean, that one was a good one, but I feel like you still got to put this movie in more. I mean, this deserved. It deserved to be nominated for more.
I hands down agree.
I just fell on him.
That definitely would tickle. Now this is where I actually just absolutely was like, now Han Solo is becoming my favorite character in this series, because the fact that he's able to fly into a fucking asteroid field and navigate out of it, like that just shows you what an incredible pilot he is.
And she's like, you don't have to impress me. It's like, dude, he's just doing what he knows.
Never tell me right there. Never tell me the odds. Now think about this. Like the TIE fighters,
they just ran right. They don't even know how to do it. They just ran right into these meteors.
Can we compare sizes? The TIE fighters are tiny, and they're the ones getting made look to be like fools.
Yeah.
And that just tells me that the TIE fighter pilots are just terrible fucking pilots.
They just do not know how to navigate.
No.
Apparently.
Stay out here much longer.
Yeah, even Chewie looked over, and I didn't need subtitles. He's like, closer. Wait, what?
What are we doing? I'm sorry. Can you say that one more time? We're about to land on this thing.
And what really kills me about this right here. Watch this. Like this is something I don't get right here. Ready?
This is great.
You fucking idiots. They literally run into each other.
They literally go the same way and they run right into each other.
Oh my gosh. But
they were
one thing about this movie that I loved that they ripped off in the Robot Chicken series was the asteroid worms, and it was like when the Millennium Falcon's getting away, like the worm snaps at him and he's like, "Oh, damn it! Oh, I'm never gonna get one of these star shit." And the voices that they used for that, they kind of sounded like the Beatles of asteroid worms, and I love those sounds.
I'm gonna have to go back and listen to that.
And then of course they were ordering. He's like, "Oh, how about this? You want me to order Chinese food first? What do we say about 4 million pounds of kung pao chicken?" And how are we going to pay? Well, we're not just going to eat him. Oh yeah, we're going to eat him. Oh, let's say cash. Now, I do love how Luke in the Return of the Jedi, he became very wise in landing in Dagobah.
Yeah. I want to say this is what part of the movie that really got me, like right before Yoda's introduced, I just got really invested in the fact that he is now going on his own path. He's by himself, obviously with R2D2, but he's out there and he's going on his own path and he's like forging his own story. Like that I love what you said about that, because this is actually when Luke truly starts to, because I think the 3 years that passed from A New Hope, he wasn't trying to learn the ways of the Force at that point. Yeah.
This is but when of course Obi-Wan comes to him, he says, "Okay, now it's time for your Jedi journey to truly begin. You are going to go learn from one of the greatest Jedis of all time."
Yeah, and I like this part too. I found this pretty funny. Like, I just, is he waterproof? Because like,
I think he is waterproof. Yeah.
Okay. I didn't know that, but I'm just sitting here watching. I'm like,
but this kind of reminds me from Attack of the Clones, where he fired his boosters, and I'm just like, when I first saw it, I'm like, wait, R2 can fucking fly?
It's stuff that we find out later on. So.
The fact that R2 can actually swim is actually very impressive.
And the fact that it doesn't like ruin his
Loch Ness Monster coming.
Yeah.
I thought it was funny because Mark Hamill actually said when he jumped into the water, he said when he jumped into the water, his feet actually hit the bottom. He didn't know how deep it was. So he thought it was deeper than expected, and nobody told him it was only like 3 feet deep. So when you saw him go in there, he actually had to bend his knees, and he had to do multiple takes, because the first time he jumped in there, he wasn't expecting it to be that shallow.
I mean, it literally looks like it could be any kind of depth, honestly.
Mm-hmm.
It's hard to tell with all of the fog. They just spit R2D2 out, and he's covered in a complete.
He's just lucky he doesn't taste good.
Yeah.
Now I've always wondered, like when I see R2 get spat out and he's just covered in mud. First of all, he didn't really hit the ground, so how the hell does he get covered in mud?
Unless it's from the Loch Ness thing. I don't.
Oh, this part right here.
Oh god! Just shoot
like the noise that R2 just made. He's definitely like, oh boy, I need some oil.
Yeah.
Oh, this part right here. It was the first and only time until Return of the Jedi that we ever saw Anakin out of his helmet.
Just a little sneak peek. You
And
got
of
to
course,
give people what they want.
the admiral, he's like, oh, he's got his helmet off.
And Darth has got to know that he was looking at him. So either he doesn't care that Admirable was looking at him or what. And then he just shuts his. Yeah. Don't worry, buddy. Don't worry about getting shut down. That
I was gonna say
you're foreshadowing there, sir.
It's quite possible this asteroid is not entirely stable.
Really? No shit, Sherlock.
Yeah, who would have thought, dude?
We understand that you're trying to do your job, but you're stating the obvious and you're just highly annoying.
And nobody likes someone that does that. It's like,
no, see, actually, that's whether they are a droid or an actual human being. Nobody likes a know-it-all like that.
Right. I haven't got time for anything else. Mm-hmm. Right, Han. Sure.
I mean, you two are all alone. I mean, you can, well, you can find the time together.
You could.
Oh, this is where Yoda makes his appearance. First of all, look at all that gear that he was carrying in the X-Wing. Jeez.
He had a lot.
Oh my God. Imagine if you actually had all this gear just to go on a camping trip.
Oh no.
Do you want to know the looks that you would get at the camping site if you showed up with all this crap?
Yeah. You would not get the friendly greet. Hey, how you doing?
No.
How's that? Yeah. You wouldn't get any of that. They would just probably mean mug you the entire
I mean, if I'm gonna go camping, I will bring something to light a fire. I'm gonna bring plenty of water.
Yeah.
But you're not gonna bring all this type of crap.
Now, are you a glamper? Like, are you one of those people that have their own like fancy camper?
No, I do not have. I can't afford that.
I know some people that do that, and
here he is. Oh, where you put your weapon? I mean you no harm. You see what I mean? That's Grover.
I can hear it now. Yeah.
Looking. Found someone you have, I say. I absolutely. I love the puppet, by the way. I love the Yoda puppet. And this is something that I kind of found very irritating about the remastered Phantom Menace is they took the puppet out and replaced Yoda with the CGI. I didn't like that at all. I liked the puppet.
Yeah,
but Frank Oz did such a great job with this.
I love this part. He's acting like a little kid, just getting into stuff, and just he doesn't even act like a.
Look at this. Like goes right into it, right into his stuff, and just starts throwing shit all over the place.
Yeah, like a little kid, like a little brother or like a little niece or nephew, just getting into your stuff.
But it was that part where it's like, no, aw.
Yeah.
You know damn well that Obi-Wan came to Yoda and told him, Luke's coming here, so just be on the lookout.
It's almost like he's trying to deter him away from being here a little bit, just by acting like
this
that.
interaction. Like
it takes a stick, like a stick's gonna do.
Yeah, mine. And gives one more hit. For being 900 years old, Yoda's definitely acting immature.
Right, definitely. Oh, Jedi Master.
Yoda, you seek Yoda.
You know
Good
Burnt
food.
food.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I follow several Star Wars accounts, and there's one account that I follow on Instagram, and they always post art. That's a terrific shot, by the way, of the puppet actually walking like that. That is I think that's one of my favorite shots
It's really
of
great.
this movie. And I know I said that the shot that they had of the from the snowstorm of the hotel was one of my favorite shots. I have several favorite shots of this movie, but it's just like to show the puppet walking like that. I mean, it's such a terrific special effect.
It definitely is a great shot.
But yeah, getting back to Frank Oz. So Frank Oz has worked not just with George Lucas, but he's worked with Jim Henson so much. He does Miss Piggy, Fozzie Bear, and Animal, and Sam Eagle on the Muppet shows. He does Bert, Grover, and Cookie Monster for Sesame Street.
Oh, so he does Cookie Monster as well. That's
so
interesting.
He did Sesame Street from 1969, 69, to 2003, and he did all of those voices.
Wow.
Now this right here.
Yeah, this is where it all starts,
he was
right?
just trying to help right there.
Yeah, this is kind of where it all. You could be a little bit nicer.
I mean, he's not wrong.
I mean, she is coming off quite.
She's coming off very, very aggressive, if you ask me.
Scoundrel.
Like,
see, now this is
yeah. He's like, yeah. He's like, I like the sound of it.
What are you afraid of?
Girl, you are trembling. Do not give me that shit.
She's one.
Oh yeah, look at her. You golden robotic cock block.
I was literally about to say that.
Son of a. And
then she leaves.
She just sneaks out the fucking back.
Yeah. You know, with the way that the build up to that, I just feel was a little forced almost, but then
you're not wrong. I do feel like it was definitely forced. I felt like it could have been slightly romantic, but I kind of also like the way that it was done because Hans. Now I do like this remastered, by the way. I like this remastered scene very much. Because who originally did it? I cannot remember who originally did it, but Clive Reville originally did the Emperor, and then of course, as we all know, here we go. There is a great disturbance in the Force. I have felt it. We have a new enemy. So many people don't like this. I've met a lot of Star Wars fans who do not like that oh my gosh, that Ian McDiarmid was basically did reshots for this special scene. Mm-hmm. But I actually like it because I know that Ian, when the name comes up, Ian McDiarmid, I immediately think the Emperor.
Yeah.
Now I always thought it was funny because remember, Palpatine did say that he killed Padme, and in turn he killed his children. So for now, you've got to be thinking right now, like the fact Anakin is in there. I'm always going to say this. Anakin is in there. The fact that Anakin just had this bombshell dropped on him saying, "This is your son," and a lot of people who watch Star Wars for the first time, when he says, "How can this be?" And it's just like, And he says, "Search your feelings, Lord Vader.
Yeah.
You know it's true." But in Revenge of the Sith, he told him he killed Padme. So that's why he was reacting like this. I'm saying this right now about Yoda's appetite. I don't know what he eat.
Yeah, it looks just absolutely disgusting.
I know, and so again, I was saying of how I follow a couple of Star Wars accounts, and they talked about the ARC stories about Yoda, and they said that whenever Yoda ate, he would discuss the rest of the Jedi Council because of what he ate. And he would eat like worms, leaves, and all this like mud type of stuff, and it would disgust them.
Yeah. I mean, it definitely does not look appetizing.
No.
I don't even know what I'm doing here. We're wasting our time.
He's definitely headstrong like his father. I'm saying it right now. Luke is definitely headstrong just like Anakin was.
Yeah. This is where the switch is. The snap of a finger. He's
Mm-hmm.
now he's just like a real
Like his
intelligent
father.
being.
I love how Obi-Wan's just defending him constantly. Like he's like,
Yeah.
was I any different when you taught me? But Yoda is very cautious at this point, and I like what they're doing right here because George Lucas had not begun writing the ARC stories to the prequels,
Mhm.
and for Yoda to say much anger in him like his father, and we remember this about Anakin is Anakin did not use his anger. He didn't use his anger for anything other than to become powerful. He actually used his anger to overpower his opponents when the time came. And for Star Wars fans wondering, Anakin has used his anger multiple times, not just to win lightsaber duels, but to win battles. He never once used his anger except for one instance, and it was when he murdered the Sand People. And he did it in revenge. He is too old. You want to know the funny thing is that
He's a pretty young guy. He's too old.
But remember when Qui-Gon wanted the Jedi Council to say it for Anakin to get trained, Anakin was 9 years old, and they said he was too old too.
Oh my gosh.
I'm not afraid.
Oh,
You will be.
good. You will be. You will be.
Yes.
I love that delivery by Frank Oz. Absolutely such a fantastic line delivered by Oz.
And just the blank stare from Hamill in that scene, like,
and I feel like
that's what made it. Yeah.
I feel like Mark Hamill, his acting really improved
From the
with
first
this
one.
Yes, from New Hope to now.
I definitely like his character arc from the first to the second one. I definitely enjoy him as a character much more in this one. That just looks disgusting. Not even gonna lie to you.
I was
Didn't
gonna
even
say
look right at all.
Outside in the cave.
They're basically like, I'm trying to figure this out. Like, how is life able to sustain itself on the asteroid when there's no air in space? That's the only question that I have. And you figured with the ground being soft and mushy, you figured that you would see that you were flying into a giant asteroid worm's mouth.
Yeah, I don't know what they were thinking. Maybe they were thinking that when they went into that hole.
But I don't
It
think the
would
lights
be-
captured. I don't think the lights truly captured it.
I think they were landing on the actual meteor itself.
Minox. I just love the names they come up for these space creatures.
Yeah. Just a disgusting looking creature, by the way.
It really is. It like
the visual of these things, they're not pretty to look at. Okay, you're not going to do anything, you goldenrod idiot. Just stay in the ship. Just go back in the ship, dude. You're going to go out there and be like, "Oh my gosh, I can't feel my rods in my."
See, that was smart right there, but at least they know what they're doing.
Over dramatized sway.
Actually, but forth. I mean, it's not necessarily an over dramatizing right there, but I mean, for them to act like this, it's real. I mean, they're really good acting.
It just looks almost forced, just a little bit. That's why I mentioned that.
I don't know if that scream was from Leia or from C-3PO. It definitely sounded more from Leia.
I thought it was from Leia, but hey, it could have definitely been from the goldenrod himself. Yeah, get out of there, get out of there.
But yeah, I was going to say.
Oh, look at this thing.
Oh, damn it!
I'm going to begin to tell you what that looks like. How is it able to sustain life here? To your point earlier, how is it able to sustain life on that?
Exactly. Real quickly, I was just noticing that Yoda almost fell off his shoulders a couple times.
Yeah, what's up with this? Look at that flip. You see that?
I was gonna say, is this what Jedis are taught, is to do flippies and climb vines and all this stuff? I swear to God, is it just me, or does R2 just get around this planet?
He just knows how to get around, I guess. He must have been able to map it out.
Is the dark side stronger?
More seductive.
See, that's a stupid question. I'm saying it right now. That was one of the dumbest things that Luke ever asked Yoda. How can I tell the good side from the bad side? Very fucking easily.
Gee, I don't know. Why don't you weigh the pros and cons, moron? Like, come on, man. Really? You don't know the difference between the good and the dark side?
Exactly.
Get out of here, dude. Just get out.
Jesus. There was somebody who emailed the podcast's channel or their email address, excuse me, and they were asking if we were taking any fan requests.
Okay.
And they said that if we were, why not watch the substitute movies? And that actually kind of generated something very interesting in my head, because I just was looking at my phone real quick, and I actually saw a clip from that was on my queue on one of my personal channel. Was from the second substitute film. And those are actually kind of interesting films, because you had Tom Bergeron in the first substitute film, and then subsequently it's direct to video movies for the last substitute films. Now this is something that I love, is he's like, your weapons, you will not need that, and he just takes them.
Yeah,
like he just
leaves
told
them
you.
on. He doesn't listen to a damn word Yoda says. This immature kid, he doesn't take guidance very well. Doesn't know.
And he just stepped on something.
Man, too old. This kid.
Okay, real quickly, young. I love what R2's doing, like just shaking in fear.
Hey, that might not be a bad idea though on the substitute films.
No, actually, it's because I actually haven't seen. I never saw the original Substitute, but I have seen the sequel Substitute films. And first of all, I will say this: like after the second Substitute movies, like that kind of got really bad. But that's actually a very interesting idea for fan suggested reaction movies.
Maybe
I know exactly what lizard that is right there. I think it's kind of funny of how I know exactly what lizard that was. That it was an Asian water monitor right there, and I love the fact that love the fact that they got an Asian water monitor in this film. Now, once again, I love what Robot Chicken did with this because Yoda, like, he chopped off the head of him, and he's like, "What have you done? Just some dude in a costume. It was to make you think." But this is an absolute terrific scene of like foreshadowing because this right here is a great example of when you use vengeance and anger to your advantage, and that is a path going towards the dark side.
Yeah.
So the fact that this is brilliant foreshadowing.
I'm gonna say he's experiencing this, and he sees himself.
That really was a creepy shot. I'm not even gonna lie.
Yeah. From this alone, this part that he's going through, how are you not able to tell the difference between good and bad?
I think he was able to tell from that point on.
I think then, but just just for clarification purposes, right? Like he figured it out there,
exactly.
But not before.
That's racist.
Yeah, dude, come on. They're scum. Look at this guy. He looks pretty cool.
That is such a brilliant. There was a bounty hunter that came out as a merchandise, and I can't remember what it was. And I think there was only like a limited amount that were printed on them. And if you were able to get your hands on them and not ever open that package, I think it became one of the most sought after collectible action figures in the Star Wars toy merchandise collectibles. And I think it was that guy right there. Now this is just where Han Solo. Wow, that was a shot.
How is that not blown up at that point?
I was gonna say, like, how the hell do you survive a shot like that?
You keep saying the ship takes damage. Like, come on, that definitely would have knocked you out of space, I think.
Actually, I love Chewie's reactions. I loved it. I think actually that was another thing that I loved about this movie was of how animated and emotional Chewie got in this movie, and the fact that they were able to show it, because from the first movie
you don't get a really whole lot from him in that one.
See right there, I love Leia right there. Shut up.
Finally
someone tells him to shut up.
Yeah.
This just showed of how much moxie Han Solo had, not just as a pilot, but he just showed just like how big a cojones he had as a person.
So smart, just so intelligent here.
He knows he's about to get killed.
You could just see the defeat in his face. Now he has to go.
Now he must get. Oh, real quickly, I think this is the part that I've been waiting for. Just a quote. I don't know why, but it's the funniest line in the whole movie to me. It really is. It's moving rocks with the Force. There we go. That's not good.
Nope.
Concentrate.
Oh man, I'd be pissed if I was Yoda.
Oh, I would be so mad if I was Yoda. But like, it wasn't the fact that it was like the way he said it, but it was the fact that the facial expression on Yoda's face. Concentrate.
Yeah. He's just so disappointed.
Because I actually see it from Yoda's point. Like, quit with the negativity. No different.
You must unlearn what you have learned.
No. Do.
Yeah, don't even try.
Or do
Just
not.
do. Or do not.
That is such an iconic line. That is one of Yoda's most iconic lines ever.
Yeah.
But you need to understand this, Luke. The Jedis, if you were dealing with the rest of the actual Master Jedis, do you understand that they could lift that starship
problem.
up so fucking easily?
Yeah, no problem. They'd have no issues. Can't get it up, buddy. Sorry about you.
Sorry, the noise that R2 made.
Ooh.
Think about this. The X-Wing did sink in 3 feet of water.
Yeah, apparently.
Yoda is just one of the most wisest of all the Jedi.
Dude, he's just got one-liners after another and just phrases that just stick with you.
And this is another reason why I feel like that this movie made such a leap, is just leap and bounds so much better than A New Hope. I'm not saying that New Hope is bad, but I am saying that Empire Strikes Back is just such a leap and bounds because of the way that George Lucas and Frank Oz were able to work together, like make Yoda truly part of the Star Wars universe, because he already knew what Yoda was. George Lucas already knew what Yoda was. For Frank Oz to make this, I feel like Frank Oz should have been up for an Academy Award, because I understand that he had just a small part in this movie, but the acting ability of Frank Oz, I don't care if he works with Muppets. I don't care if he just does voice acting. Do you understand that voice actors are some of the most talented actors and actresses around here?
Yep.
Now, I just love how just Yoda just shows him the fuck up.
He's like, fine, I'll just do it myself. I'll just do it myself. Luke has to come over and see that it's being done.
And he's just like, what's happening? What's happening? Right. the sheer look of shock and awe on his face. You see what I mean, Luke? A Jedi Master just showed you up.
Yeah.
And do you realize, and do you see of how very effortlessly it is for Yoda? That is what you must do. That is just saying it right now. That's a lot of seaweed on that damn thing.
It's quite a bit, right? It is.
But I guarantee you, once you go into hyperspace, that stuff's gone.
It's already gonna be gone at that point. Well, it's about time that you believed it, dude.
That is why you fail. Right, again, Yoda. Oh, real quickly.
Did you see that? Oh, here we go. Oh yeah, you're donezo, buddy.
Apology accepted, Captain Nita.
It was just so like they didn't build up to where he dies. They just showed him immediately dying in the scene, and I just found that hilarious. Like he already knew that he was gonna die.
Real quickly, you missed it in the background. He actually got up on his own. He was supposed to be limp when they picked him up, but he actually helped himself up, and
goodness.
And he went limp when they were
Oh man. Goodness. You're now in charge.
Actor mistake.
Yeah, just a little bit of one. Oh yeah, just hanging out on the ship
I'm just
right
wondering.
There. Smart move, beautiful, very intelligent.
I and you pack on too far.
Turn him off. Turn him off. You're gonna give away our location.
Exactly.
You know how you're gonna help? Just shut the hell up, dude.
Click.
Golly.
I don't understand why they didn't do that long time ago.
They had a lot of opportunities, man. I'm just saying.
Oh, God.
Oh, man.
Now, I wanted to go ahead and bring up Ian McDiarmid when of course, he did Palpatine. He actually made his stage debut in Hamlet in 1972, and that's right there. That's when I always say that is the mark of a truly gifted actor. When you can do Shakespearean theater,
Mm-hmm.
that tells you just how good of an actor or actress you are.
So now, would you also consider Broadway? Like, if an actor can do shows on Broadway?
I
Do you think that
see.
they
I
can-
want to say for Broadway, if you have the singing voice to do Broadway, but you also have the acting skills to do Broadway, you're also a talent. You're very much a very highly talented and gifted performer.
Yeah.
Because there's definitely two types of actors. There are performing actors, and then there are just straight up actors. And when it comes to Broadway, those are performing actors, and they're so incredibly gifted and talented.
Yeah, when I think of an actor and they have some Broadway experience,
See,
I look at
this
him
is
a
the
little
only
differently.
thing that I'm curious about. How did Boba Fett figure this fucking shit out? How did he figure out I'm going to go into the garbage disposal?
He just kind of feels like he just kind of knew.
I think it's funny because a lot of people did not really get their first look at Ian McDiarmid. A lot of people did not get their first look at Ian McDiarmid from Return of the Jedi, because again, in Return of the Jedi, there was Clive. Was it? What? Oh my gosh. Sorry, I lost the actor. Clive Rivel, who he was voiced by Clive Rivel, but he was physically played by Elaine Baker, the Emperor. So it was a woman originally doing the physical portrayal of the Emperor, but Clive Rivel did the acting or the voice acting for it. But again, most Star Wars fans did not get their first look at Ian McDiarmid until Star Wars Episode 1: The Phantom Menace. And I thought it was hilarious because it was at that point, because he had already done shots to do like the special features of like play the Emperor for or no wait, they did get their first look at the Emperor in 1983 when he played the Emperor. Sorry, I did not mean to say Star Wars Episode 1. At that point he was 39 years old. He was 39 years old when he did the role of the Emperor in 1983. And then George Lucas comes back to him several years later and he's like, "Hey, I need you to reprise your role as the Emperor." And it's amazing because like you think of that Ian McDiarmid, he was 39 when he first did the role, and then he's 81 right now.
Wow.
See, I don't understand this. Why are you shooting at him? Excellent shots right here of just flying through the clouds.
Yeah, after you shot at him, then you give him permission to land. Yeah. Interesting.
I don't know. You look a little worried.
Somebody's a little worried. Okay, now I read a little something about this scene when they come up here on the, I guess you would call it the cloud.
Yep, right there. There's a little bit of the special features right there of a little bit more flying through the city at that point.
So I had read that when they shot this, they had shot in London, and this particular scene where they're on this, I guess you'd call it
The platform.
Just overall in this portion of the scene, they come off really happy. Harrison Ford and Carrie Fisher's character. I had read that they had just partied with the Rolling Stones the night before.
Oh yeah, they did. I remembered that little tidbit. They did party with the Rolling Stones at that before they actually shot this.
So when you see them kind of happier with their
demeanor,
their emotions and demeanor. Yeah. So just in case anybody out there that is curious as to why that is, they partied all night with the Rolling Stones. So, and then they came in.
Hey, look at this! And by the way, look at this. We got the first 3 black guys in the entire Star Wars universe. But no, he actually did become the first black actor with a major role in the Star Wars franchise. And no, in my opinion, they could not have picked a better actor to play Lando Calrissian at this point. Billy Dee Williams is one of the most talented actors of all time, and he's a performer actor because he made his debut at Broadway at the age of 7.
Wow. He definitely plays a great role here. I love his character in this.
So Billy Dee Williams has appeared in 100 films and television roles over a span of 6 decades. The man is 88 years old, and I did not realize of how old Billy Dee Williams really was.
You said he was 88?
He's 88.
Wow.
He's C3PO.
You, listen to you. Sound like a businessman, responsible. Who'd have thought that, huh? Seeing you sure brings back a few things. Yeah, I'm responsible these days.
Yeah, I'm responsible nowadays.
The price you pay for being successful.
Nice to see a familiar face.
Ichuta. I'm going to assume that Ichuta means basically "fuck you" in Star Wars lingo.
Something like that. It's probably something like that. Yeah. No, don't get up. Don't get up.
See, can you explain? I've always wondered. Who was really there,
right?
Because all you heard was, "Who are you?" And that's not a stormtrooper speaking.
This is all part of Darth Vader's plan.
Mm-hmm.
Leia will die if I don't. You don't know that.
See, I love how Obi-Wan just came straight in.
Just out of nowhere.
But I can help them. I feel the Force.
But you cannot control it. This is a dangerous time for you. When you will be tempted by the dark side.
Yeah, you should just listen.
Obi-Wan, you listen.
I've learned so much since then. Master Yoda, I promise to return and finish.
See, I understand Luke's kind of like I'm not gonna say enthusiasm, but I want to say being worried, but. You're not going to.
You won't.
Yeah. But you're not fully trained, dude.
Exactly. You cannot handle a Jedi, a Sith Lord like Darth Vader at this point.
Yep.
You want to know the one thing I loved about Billy Dee Williams that absolutely just pissed me off, and it makes me fucking hate Joel Schumacher even more, is that originally Billy Dee Williams was Harvey Dent in the original 1989 Batman. He was supposed to come back for Batman Forever and play Two-Face. Don't get me wrong, I loved what Tommy Lee Jones did with Two-Face, but it was because Joel Schumacher and Billy Dee Williams could not reach any agreements, and I solely blame it on Joel. And it just makes me hate Joel Schumacher even more.
But wasn't that also Michael Keaton was supposed to come back for that too?
And Joel Schumacher fucked that one up too.
Yeah, so I mean, it overall was say what you want about the movie, but ended up being what it was. But yeah, no, I totally understand that. I did not know that about the Two-Face. I mean, I knew he was in Batman with Michael Keaton.
So there was a rumor that Schumacher had to pay Williams a fee in order to hire Tommy Lee Jones, but Williams said that wasn't true. Quote, "You only get paid if you do the movie. I had a 2-picture deal with Star Wars. They paid me for that, but I only had a 1-picture deal with Batman for Batman." I think it's kind of funny because Billy Dee Williams, he eventually went on to voice Two-Face in the Lego Batman movie.
It's funny how that all ends up working out, doesn't it?
It's almost finished. 2 or 3 more things and we're in great shape.
That is such a I'm saying this about the room right now. That is such a horrible white room.
It's way too much.
Oh my god, that's too much white.
And then you got like a random ass like plant.
And then you have a crystal, like it looks like a strand of DNA or something like that.
Yeah.
And you're as good as gonna like it.
It's like they made it to piss off the viewer.
I think one of Billy Dee Williams' most interesting portrayals that he did was in the 1992 television show. He played he portrayed Barry Gordy in The Jacksons: An American Dream.
Okay. Oh yeah. I remember that. I remember seeing that years ago. Just throw it right at him. Dude.
I just laugh at this because Chewie's so fucking pissed off.
It's like it's almost like a monkey in the middle kind of situation there. But
I want to know what the hell those little monkey looking things were.
Right.
Found him in a junk pile.
What a mess. Chewie, you think you can repair him?
He don't know. Maybe.
Just got pieces of
Here we go.
Sorry, am I interrupting anything?
Of course you are.
Really?
That smile.
I was gonna...
Oh my, that smirk, dude. He's just like, yep.
You know, I think this is kind of funny because Billy Dee Williams has been nominated for so many awards, but he received an NAACP Image Award. He received a Lifetime Achievement Award. He won a Best Actor, an Outstanding Actor in a Motion Picture. He won, but he has never really won a true award, if you ask me. He was up for a Saturn Award for Best Supporting Actor in both The Empire Strikes Back and Return of the Jedi.
Okay,
but I don't know. I feel like the fact that that he hasn't won like any real awards. Like it's real quickly. This is something I don't understand. What? I've never seen one fucking Jedi do that except for Anakin. I've never seen one Jedi block
I had no
blaster shots.
Yeah. You betrayed him, Lando. Way to go. Billy D.
Yeah, you betrayed your best friend for the space Nazis.
Man.
Actually, I will say this about there has always been that interesting conspiracy theory about the the Empire being like the space Nazis, but for Force Awakens, that one shot, they actually, it reminded me of The Lion King, because when Scar was looking down to the hyenas when they were marching it, that was actually a Nazi or an Adolf Hitler reference. When you see the hyenas marching along him, and he was supposed to be Adolf Hitler, but it really became apparent to me that the Empire became like a true Nazi regime when you saw The Force Awakens and you saw that one shot of that admiral giving a speech to all those to all the stormtroopers, and it's just like, to me it's so weird when Disney did that, because it's just like George Lucas never once gave the impression that the Empire were a bunch of space Nazis, but then all of a sudden Disney takes over Lucasfilms and then they make it about space Nazis, and I found that very off-putting.
Yeah, well, that's Disney for you.
Well, I mean, look at Disney. I mean, they did make a Donald Duck Nazi or cartoon.
Yeah.
I don't like this machine right here.
Yeah, it's a very
complex torturing device.
Yeah. It definitely looks like it would
real quickly, that stare down between Lando and Boba Fett. Oh my god.
He won't be permanently damaged.
I like that line.
I'm changing the agreement. Or is that I think that's what he said, something like
Perhaps that. You feel like you are being treated unfairly. Now, I do like, though, that that Billy Dee Williams, he did reprise his role as Lando in the Robot Chicken parody. So I really liked it. I love that.
That's great. What have you done? I'm backwards.
And he just flat out turns him off. Like, I don't understand why he didn't do that to begin with.
Just leave him off for a while.
I mean, do you see it? He looks white as chalk. Okay, real quickly, I understand you want to lay him down, but don't lay him down on a big-ass piece of metal. Like,
yeah, that's not comfortable at all.
No, it's not.
Oh, look at that. She's all about him now. Look at this.
Yeah.
It's unreal.
I like what Han Solo said. He's like, they never even asked me any questions.
Shut up and listen. The Vader's agreed to turn Leia and Chewie over to me. You'll have to stay here, but at least they'll be safe.
What about Han?
Vader's giving them to the bounty hunter.
Vader wants us all dead.
He doesn't want you at all. He's after somebody called Skywalker.
He's after his son, damn it.
No shit. You're the bait. Oh, yeah.
Okay, you see, right there, police brutality. Police brutality. Okay, seriously, the man barely has any energy, and you're fucking pistol whipping him?
Just because he threw a punch at Lando.
God damn.
Let's beat him while he's down. Let's just...
Again, it's police brutality.
Just beat him while he's down. Yeah, you do have a way with people, sir.
Okay, that right there. Like when they're just getting him, he's like, huh. Like, it's like, careful, I'm in pain.
I'm in pain over here, can't you tell?
I actually think that James Earl Jones's voice sounds much more deeper and more clear compared to the New Hope. I understand that they were kind of like fixing the bugs out from New Hope, but
Right.
he sounds so incredible. Like the clarity that in which James Earl Jones is talking right now with Vader's voice.
Yeah.
It's so incredible. It's beautiful.
He's really driving the point home each time he talks in this one compared
And that's
to
another
the first one.
another reason why I love this movie so much. That this is why I say that this movie is the best out of the original trilogy, is because not only is the character development fantastic, but the absolutely the delivery of lines, not just from Frank Oz, but from every actor and actress in this film. It was so well delivered.
I think everybody that has a part in this movie, that has some dialogue, each line, I agree with you there. I think it's just well delivered, and you're able to follow the story very clearly, and it's not kind of.
Oh, I just realized there was a Duracell battery, or no, not a Duracell, an Energizer battery commercial that that George Lucas became a part of, and it was Darth Vader going against the Energizer Bunny, and his lightsaber wouldn't work, and he unscrewed his lightsaber so they weren't Energizers.
Oh my goodness.
I will say this, like up here at the cabin, I kid you not, it smells like beer and it smells like beer and cigars right now in one room.
Hey man.
I mean, I will say this, I've had an absolute blast being up here, and I'm coming home on Sunday morning actually.
Sunday morning.
I'm leaving here on Sunday morning. Be able to get back home by game time.
There you go.
Speaking of which, I wanted to kind of like throw this out there. The Yankees right now are winning.
Okay.
So if the Yankees win this series, we will have a prime time 5:00 game.
Ooh. Should be interesting. See how it pans out. What inning are they in?
Chewbacca, I can't say. Do you realize that he's the only one who actually calls Chewie Chewbacca?
Yeah, that's pretty fun.
They're in the top of the 5th right now.
Top of the 5th. So, about this scene here, where we get Harrison Ford getting ready to be essentially put into this carbonite.
Yeah.
So Harrison Ford, I think he came out years later after obviously this movie came out, where he said that he did not want to come back as Han after this movie. He said he was done with the character. Obviously, he was talked into coming back, but he said that he was done playing this character. He wanted to end. He wanted Han to die. So he did
actually say that. Yeah, I remember that, and I can't remember if he said it at a Comic-Con or if he actually just said it on a. I think he might have said it just like it might have been at a Comic-Con.
It might have been. I don't know exactly where he said it, but I just found it funny that number one, he wanted his character to die.
Yeah, because because he was also in the stages of starting a brand spanking new character,
Indiana Jones, right?
Yeah, he was just in the process of beginning Raiders of the Lost Ark.
Yeah, so this was a way for them to not necessarily write his character off, but a way to
move on and now make a brand spanking new journey for himself.
It's kind of like, hey, if Han does decide to come back, so if Harrison Ford did decide to come back, they could still easily bring him back. Or if they didn't, they can move on.
And what really kills me is that it's so funny because I think Harrison Ford owes George Lucas a great deal of thanks, because if it wasn't for George Lucas, we don't have Indiana Jones. We don't have Harrison Ford. And I thought it was so funny because George Lucas first of all, George Lucas and Steven Spielberg, two of the greatest directors and producers and screenplay writers of all time, worked together with the Indiana Jones films. And and it was because of those two guys that Harrison Ford's career became what it was. And don't get me wrong, Harrison Ford has starred in some really great movies. I think one of my favorite films that he did that was and I thought it was funny because he was also in American Graffiti. He actually was in an early supporting role in American Graffiti, which was also a George Lucas films.
Awesome.
But one movie that was just one of my favorites that he did was The Fugitive. I absolutely love that movie, and Air Force One.
Oh, I was gonna say Air Force One would have been up there for me.
Oh, Air Force One and The Fugitive are such terrific films.
Yes.
The other two films that I actually love him in is is when he played Jack Ryan in both the Patriot Games and Clear and Present Danger.
Yeah, he's got a lot of great roles that he's done over the years.
That's a trap. It's at that point that you need to think right now and be like, wait, if it's a trap.
Yeah, dude, you knew it was a trap.
See, this is the essence of stupidity right here. She says it's a trap. You keep going forward, though.
Yeah, man. He really just wants to...
Dumbass. Real quickly, did you see how clean R2 looked?
Yeah, he looked really clean compared to the last time we saw him.
So yeah, compared to being on Dagobah. This kind of looks like an outfit that Anakin Skywalker would wear if he was a teenager on Tatooine.
Yeah. Oh, here we go.
But you're not a Jedi yet.
Nope. And the fact that you think you're going to be able to go toe-to-toe with this guy right away, just right off the bat.
That's just arrogance and cockiness on Luke's part.
Yeah. Unreal is really what it is. Just the fact that
now,
you think that.
When Luke lit his lightsaber right there, the way it sounded, though, that was actually the original sound for the green lightsaber. So it's kind of interesting of how... Real quickly, I love how Darth is fighting with one fucking hand.
Yeah, he's making it look almost too easy for him. He's just like, he already knows.
The choreography for this movie for the lightsaber scenes is absolutely fantastic. Look, see, Darth's doing it again. He's fighting with one fucking arm.
Yeah.
Or one hand.
One hand, yeah, one hand.
Well, I mean, he can fight with one hand because his arms are robotic, for God's sake.
Well, he was switching hands there. Like it's it's real quick.
He was definitely switching from one hand to two hands. I definitely saw that.
Real quick. It was almost, if you blinked, you missed it.
You're doing.
All alone.
Oh, and this
Shut
is
up,
where
3PO.
Lando gets back in the good graces right after this choke.
I just love. I love.
She's all for Chewie choking him.
I was gonna say.
Oh, this is great.
Billy. Oh, I remember Billy Dee Williams came to the 1996 Comic-Con, and they did a full Star Wars panel with all the stars, and he said that that Peter Mayhew was in the costume, and he said when he was trying to get Han out, he was actually strangling him by mistake.
Goodness. Wow, that's hilarious.
That's terrific acting though to actually and what he said was that he had to actually like tap on Peter's arm and said, "You got to let me go," and Peter actually let go of his arm, and I think Billy said that he went into a tirade for about 2 minutes, and Peter actually took the mask off, and he said it took him 5 whole days to finally forgive him.
Oh man.
I think he just wanted Peter just to sweat.
Just to kind of make him feel bad for it. He was probably already over it. Yeah, just to make him sweat a little bit.
Once again, this is another example. See, right there, Chewie on his first shot is able to shoot, and R2 just comes away scot-free.
Yeah, and he's right in the middle of it.
Bad mistake right there to go to one knee.
Horrible.
Okay, I know that must have hurt to just roll down the stairs like that.
Your destiny
I absolutely love the deliverance of these lines from Darth Vader. Now, that definitely did not feel good. I know that much for certain. Now, he definitely learned that jump from
Did
Yoda.
you see how high that jump was? What the heck?
Impressive. Most impressive. See, that's...
What are we doing here?
That's one of my favorite lines from Darth Vader here is he's not pissed that he escaped. He's very impressed of how much he's learned in a short time.
Yeah. You have controlled your fear. Now release your anger.
Only your hatred can destroy me. Another just iconic line from Darth Vader. See, that's why they were training the flips.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, that was a good one, but
boop. Just boops him off.
Just boop. See, now here he's getting a little too
It's at that point right there that do you really want to enter that?
I wouldn't. If you have an opportunity to get out of there, I would try to get out of there.
Exactly.
Like, apparently I'm already overmatched if I'm Luke, but he is arrogant and thinks he's got what it takes.
Exactly.
I find this
fun fact actually about Mark Hamill's shoes right here is so Back to the Future, I think it got released in 1985, and of course Marty McFly had those iconic Nikes.
Mm-hmm.
And Mark Hamill wasn't big into sneakers at that point in time, but he wanted something very comfortable to where he'd be able to like grip things, and it just like what Michael Keaton did with the Jordans was it Batman Return? No.
Yeah, it was it was one of the Batmans.
I think it was Batman Returns, but no, he's actually wearing Nikes right here, but they're just like painted like the color, and you just can't see the swoosh.
Yeah. Okay, gotcha. I was gonna say I find that really funny how he just gets blown out the window.
Yeah, he just gets vacuumed out there.
And this fall.
Now the one quick thing that I'm noticing right here is where's your lightsaber, dude?
Yeah.
He dropped his lightsaber.
He ended up
dropping.
Yeah, he had to have, right?
First of all, that wasn't an impressive shot in my opinion. That was just close fucking range.
It was pretty close.
Surely codes have changed. You can tell the computer to override the security system.
Oh, yep. Ends up being a...
Attention. Final Carissa. Attention. The Empire's taking control of the city. I advise everyone to leave before more Imperial troops arrive.
Yeah, it's electrical outlet. How am I supposed to know? I think that's what C-3PO. He ends up, how am I supposed to? Yeah, don't blame me.
And then R2's like so punch drunk right there that he accidentally runs into the wall.
Yeah, he's definitely shocked there. Oh yeah, look at that one shot, one kill.
You shot at Chewie. What was it, 2-3 times, and Chewie gets you on. God,
gets you on one shot.
Stormtroopers can't shoot for shit.
No. Again, I think we covered it in the first one. How are they?
Yeah, we basically did.
Are they able to see where they shoot with that damn helmet on?
That line. Just open the door, you stupid lump. And then, of course, like right there. I never doubted you for a second. Give me, don't give me this fake. I was gonna say, don't patronize my ass like that.
Oh my goodness.
Oh my god. See, I hate shots like that because it's just like I don't understand how R2 gets away with this.
Look at this. It's literally clearly shooting directly towards him, at him, and he's not getting hit. Look at these shots.
See, right there, Chewie did that one on purpose. Like the second one, like hit him in the head. Now, the only thing that I'm wondering is, so Cloud City is on this planet. Where is the rest of the civilizations on this planet?
I think we had a little bit of a visual there, but it wasn't much when Lando was on the intercom there. But like that's all we see. We don't see anything else other than this.
Yeah, Cloud City is the only fucking civilization on this entire planet.
Yeah.
I would have my lightsaber open and ready to go.
I would definitely not be walking around corners without it ready to go.
See? That's why.
Come on, man. What are you doing?
And it's at this point right here where you can tell that Anakin right here, he's not fighting like a Jedi. He is fighting like a Sith. He's using his anger, he's using his rage to overpower his opponents. And I thought it was funny because he fights just like he did as a Jedi. He fights just like he may be a Sith Lord, but he still fights like he was a Jedi. But in this case, he's using his rage and his anger for evils at this point. Yeah. Oh boy, here it comes.
Yep. The build up. I'm sorry, man, but that's
dirty.
Yeah.
That's your son, by the way, and you're just be like, now you know how I feel.
Yeah. Here we go.
The most iconic line in all of Star Wars. By the way, did you notice that that Luke got him on the shoulder, but when you look at Darth Vader, there's no damage.
Yeah, there's no damage at all.
Knew the power of the dark side. Obi-Wan never told you what happened to your father.
You're me now.
He's like
No, I am your father.
Oh man!
And right there, the reaction that you see from Mark Hamill is so great.
Yeah, such a great acting spot here for him.
That's impossible. Search your feelings. You know it be true.
You know it to be true.
No!
That might be a little much, but
I was
the
going to say.
Build up to it was good. Yeah.
Absolutely one of the most iconic scenes in all of Star Wars is Anakin telling Luke straight up that I am your father. But the acting by the reaction by Mark Hamill, his acting in this movie definitely topped his performance in the original film. And and that's another reason why this movie just like is leagues and jumps above A New Hope, because of how everybody in this film put their best foot. They literally put their best foot forward when it came to acting, when it came to delivering of their lines.
Mm-hmm.
Now,
the way that he's falling into, and he knows exactly which one to go into, and like there's not anything where he doesn't get hurt.
What's gonna say?
Oh, he just stops right there.
And my thought on this is like, why would you not keep going? Why wouldn't you keep going forward?
Yeah, you still
just drop.
You got another one that you just fell into.
You want to talk about a lucky catch?
Yeah.
First of all, like Luke only has one hand.
Mm-hmm.
So the fact that he caught himself on whatever, this looks like an antenna, to be truthfully honest.
What did he drop? Did he drop his lightsaber? Is that what fell?
No, his lightsaber was in his right hand that Darth cut off. So his lightsaber was lost.
Okay.
Now, the only question is, because in The Force Awakens, we know that, what's her face? That alien bitch that owns the bar, she somehow got Luke Skywalker's lightsaber, and it's just like, where did you find this? Tell me how it's never ever explained of how she got Luke's lightsaber, and that's another problem that I had with the Disney Star Wars films, is they never explain themselves in so many ways.
Yeah. That would definitely be one that they should definitely explain how that happened.
Mm-hmm. Well, I mean, he did use the Force on that one, so I mean, there's nothing. I'm not questioning that whatsoever. Well, hey, remember, he almost strangled you to death. So, are you really going to argue with the Wookiee?
That's why he backed down. He was like, "All right."
This was actually a deleted scene that they put into the movie because of the special edition, and I absolutely loved that they put it back into the movie because, how many? I think there were a couple scenes. Yeah, there was a couple scenes in A New Hope that was put into the movie.
Yeah.
That were deleted, but I think in this version of the remake there was only like one deleted scene that was put back into it. Oh, another hilarious scene from a Robot Chicken was this scene right here in Robot Chicken, the Star Wars, where Lando comes back from him and he's like, "Leia, I think I'm about to get mugged." "You're about to get what?" "Man, fuck you, man." First of all, but I mean, let's put it this way: it was back during a time where you can make those types of racist jokes where they were funny, and Billy Dee Williams actually loved it, by the way. So it's just like, Billy, come on, Billy's fine with it. By the way, did you see Billy's hair right there?
I did, yeah.
It was so fucked up. Oh, funny thing about Billy Dee Williams, I wanted to. Oh man, I almost forgot to pull this up. Where was it? Come on, here it is. He's well known for advertisements for Colt 45 malt liquor during a 5-year period starting in the mid 80s, and he would reprise his spokesperson role for Colt 45 malt liquor in 2016.
That is brilliant. I did not know that. I need to go look these up.
And
man,
and Colt 45 hired Williams, quote, simply because he was so cool.
Nice.
And went from trailing behind Joseph Schiltz Brewing Company in barrels produced to skyrocketing in a year after the 1986 ads ran to 2 million barrels for the top spot for the malt liquor.
That's awesome.
That's incredible that Billy Dee Williams was personally responsible for basically a brewing company just like tripling their sales.
Skyrocketing, yeah.
I will say this, I've actually had Colt 45 malt liquor, and I don't know. I think real quickly. Tell me you just saw. Leia. She just put her hand over. I don't think that was in the script right there.
That might not have been. That definitely looked like that was.
That was good. Oh man, that was good. I never noticed that until now. Thank you very fucking. No, I was about to just say, like, C3PO, please just shut the fuck up. God almighty.
He's more annoying in this one than he is in A New Hope.
He really is.
I think he seemed
but
more
I think that was what.
The first one,
I think that was what kind of made this movie also like. There was more comedic, kind of like more comedic not turning points, but more comedic points and parts in the film than there were in the first film, and I do think that also helps with developing the movie, because you do kind of. I kind of compare C-3PO for comedy relief in this film to Jar Jar Binks from The Phantom Menace in Episode 1.
I think they just added a little bit more towards the comedy stuff in this one for sure.
I do, and I think if Star Wars fans actually heard me giving reference, like referring C-3PO's comic relief to Jar Jar Binks, I want to say like Star Wars films are just gonna like riot, but it's just like I personally I love Jar Jar Binks as the comedy relief in Episode 1, and when we do Episode 1, I will flat out tell you what made it bad. And we only have 2 weeks to go until Episode 1, which I'm really excited about. Want to bet?
He's standing on one leg. Oh,
Damn! Thank God nobody was there. Could you imagine the pain you would feel if R2 just landed on you?
right, exactly. He just fell right into that.
I know there's no facial expression on Darth Vader right there, but is it just me or did it look like he was so just saddened?
It seemed like he has a change of emotion since he's connected with Luke.
Since finally
Where
finding
he's-
out that Padme had their children.
Yeah, and he seems very conflicted.
Now, it is at this point in time that Darth Vader just knows he has one child. He is not aware that Padme gave birth to two.
Right.
Oh, wait. No.
Don't we find that out though?
No, actually, she did tell him that they were having twins. I forgot about that. She did tell him.
But they were split up to protect them from
Yes.
the Force, right? And
Good luck, my
okay.
When we find Jabba the Hutt and that bounty hunter, we'll contact you.
I'll meet you at the rendezvous point on Tatooine.
Resist.
By the way, look at Billy Dee Williams. He's wearing Han's clothes. Lando
I
was wearing
noticed that.
Han's
He's
clothes.
just change of clothes. He's just gonna put on what Han was wearing.
I'm sorry, if I was Han, I'd be like, motherfucker, you went into my closet and took out my clothes? He's like, you want me to return them? No, after you're wearing them, keep them. See, you are like father, like son. Got a robotic arm. Or robotic.
Yeah, robotic hand.
There was a deleted scene that I do believe should have been in the re-release or the special edition of The Return of the Jedi, because there was a scene where Luke was fixing his new lightsaber. So I felt like that should have been in the special edition, but it never was. That is such a terrific shot, like a special effects shot. Absolutely incredible shot.
It's great.
I also love that this is the second film, like after everything they went through, like C-3PO and R2 are all cleaned up.
Right? They look so pristine and spotless almost. And it's like, you just went through hell.
Tell me they put turtle wax on 3PO.
They probably did. They probably did.
All right.
That was a blast.
That really was a blast. But that, everybody, is The Empire Strikes Back. I hope you guys did enjoy me and Jeremy's reaction to this. I will be back in my house, in my home here next week. I promise you guys that. I'll be back home. I've just been enjoying the mountains so much, and been enjoying. I will say this though, you're gonna find this hilarious. Like every day, I'm hiking between 3 and 4 miles while I'm actually sipping on beer. So wouldn't that be like healthy drinking?
I would say so. You're getting your walks in, you're getting your steps in, and you know what? You're getting a nice buzz going on. So I mean,
exactly. But I mean, it's been absolutely beautiful up here. I hate to leave it. I will actually hate to leave it. But I got to get back to work here later this week. So I mean, I told my boss, I'd be like, hey, I got to take 2 weeks off and for this and that, and they're like, yeah, go ahead, take 2 weeks off.
There you go.
But yeah, like I said, one of it's actually the living room that smells like beer. It smells like beer and cigars. But
Yeah,
I mean,
it's just the whole house at this point.
well, actually, no, it's just the living room. But my buddy who I'm borrowing this cabin for, he doesn't mind at all because he smokes his cigars in it all the time.
So he's gonna be coming home, and it's gonna probably smell like normal to him, right?
Well, I mean, he owns this cabin. He only uses it during like the summertime.
Okay.
Yeah. So, but
Okay.
anyway, before we get out of here, though, we of course got to give our reaction to this movie, our review of this movie, and of course give it our scores, and seeing how you know what? I want to start this one off because I'm desperately scared of what Jeremy's going to score this.
Oh, here we go.
So I think I'm desperately scared because of what happened last week. I wasn't expecting it, but
Okay.
but to react and give my review to the Empire Strikes Back, this movie, like I said, tops A New Hope in its leap and bounds over A New Hope in so many ways because you had terrific character development and arc stories going along with this. You introduced a new character in Yoda and his supporting role to making Luke's new journey, his separate journey, might like what Jeremy said, his separate journey to learning to become a better Jedi and a more wiser Jedi was absolutely brilliant. Frank Oz played a terrific role in this. The deliveries that you had on a lot of one-liners in this movie were absolutely perfect, and that's what makes this one of the greatest movies of all time. And for that matter, and this is the first time that Jeremy's hearing this from me, so I'm keeping my fingers crossed. I'm keeping my fingers crossed that this movie does get the score that I wanted. This movie gets a perfect 10 out of 10 for me. I say it all the time. The Empire Strikes Back is leaps and bounds above all three movies in the original trilogy. It is one of the greatest movies of all time, and it is the best out of the original trilogy. This movie gets a perfect 10 out of 10 for me.
Wow, 10 out of 10.
Oh boy, I'm scared. I'm scared. But with all that being said, Jeremy, it's time for Jeremy's review and his score of this movie. Oh boy, I'm scared that this movie's not going to get a perfect 10 now.
Don't get scared now. No, that was a great review, great score. I do love the 10 out of 10 for this. I'm not going to go as high, but I am going to rank it. I'm going to rank it high. I love this movie. I love the comparison to A New Hope. I mean, this is, I feel like I'm piggybacking off of what Mike said. The acting in this movie was so much better than the first one. The character arcs were wonderful. You got to see kind of how Luke eventually makes his way into becoming the Jedi that, you know, we know in the future films and stuff. So, I love the storytelling. Like I said, I love the different paths, how they separated Luke from everybody else before they finally met together there at the end. Again, this is way better. I think this is way better than the first one. I'm going to give this a 9 out of 10. Now, I thought about going a little bit higher, but there were just some things in here, and I know this was made in 1980, and obviously you can't control those things, but I do feel a 9 out of 10 was how I rank it, and I feel like that's pretty high for me. It's definitely higher than what I ranked last time.
Really? So I'm very curious. What were the things that actually knocked this movie down for you?
Well, the first one was the rush into Leia and Han Solo. I felt like you could have built that up just a little bit more, make it more towards like where he gets encapsulated into the carbonite, make that part where they kiss and they show affection to each other, and kind of just build that tense relationship up till that point where everybody is waiting for it to happen, and then eventually it happens. I just felt like that part was rushed. And then I also think that that's kind of the big one for me, and also the fact that like she kisses Luke right then and there, and I know that we don't know that they're related at that point, like if you're watching
but we still feel the incest at that point.
You just feel like it's just a little weird. She kisses both guys. That was the big one for me, and I think that's kind of ultimately what did it. I think you could have dragged that out just a little bit longer, and I know that's not much, but for me, I feel like that's a very small portion.
This is why I actually brought Jeremy in to be part of the RSA gang, because he is a movie buff. He knows his movies. So for him that's 2 straight weeks that he's really kind of like challenged my scoring now. But I mean, this is why we have this podcast, because we have me and Jeremy and everybody else who give their honest opinions. This is actually the second movie, though. I didn't think.
Movie.
No. This is the second movie that I have given a perfect 10 to, and my co-host ruined it and didn't give it a perfect 10.
What was the other one? Titanic?
No. Actually, Titanic has always been given a perfect 10 on this podcast.
Okay.
So now that makes me think if he watches Titanic, he would not give it a perfect 10 as well. But the other film that was given a perfect 10 by me was Back to the Future, and it was when Anika was on the show. She gave it a 9.8 out of 10.
Okay. And not a perfect 10.
When she said 9.8 out of 10, my heart sank, because I'm just like, this was definitely a perfect 10. Back to the Future was a perfect 10, but you know what? This is why we have this podcast, because it's back and forth banter. It's we disagree, we agree and agree, or we disagree and agree. And that's what makes this podcast so fun. But scores combined, I mean, this movie, though, I mean, it's definitely in the high 9s. Mm-hmm. So, I mean, this is getting a 9.5 out of 10, which is a very favorable score to me. I think it's a great score. I think it definitely is very well deserving. But I will say this, starting next week, the scores go down.
I was just about to say.
The scores start going down.
We might be right at the peak of the high scores, and then it's just going to kind of slowly...
I think I will say this, though. I'm not going to jinx it, because there is one movie that we are going to be watching here in 4 weeks. And I swear, if Jeremy goes over if Jeremy contradicts me on the score, it's gonna break my heart. But I'm just saying it right now. But with all that being said,
foreshadowing ahead, everybody.
Foreshadowing ahead. All right.
Calendars. We'll see what it ends up being.
Exactly. But real quickly, guys, I hope you guys have been enjoying this podcast. I hope you guys also have been enjoying the content that we've been putting out this week. This channel's actually put out a ton of content this week, and tomorrow you get another reaction. You get an Ed Nettie reaction from us.
There we go.
I don't know what the schedule is for next week. I think it's actually going to be less content next week. We do know that we're going to be dropping the promo. We do know we're going to be doing the podcast, so that's 2 bits of content. I don't know if there's going to be any reactions coming out, but I mean, if our editor gets them out, he gets them out. But with all that being said, I hope you guys did enjoy this reaction to Star Wars Episode 5, The Empire Strikes Back. Me and Jeremy are going to be back next week doing Episode 6, Return of the Jedi, and like we said, the scores start dipping, and I'm saying it right now. The scores are going to start dipping drastically.
Just prepare, everybody.
Be prepared, folks.
Be prepared.
But with all that being said, please, if you are not already subscribed to the channel, please do subscribe to the channel. Hit the little bell icon. That way you get notified when we go live for podcasts like this or when we post content. Also, please do be sure to hit the like button. Share these podcasts. We are available on Apple and Spotify. With all that being said, have a good morning, have a good afternoon, and have a good night, whatever time you are listening to this live and now audio podcast movie reaction of Star Wars Episode 5. That is it for this episode of Ready, Set, Action Commentaries. That, everybody, is a cut, wrap, and print.